Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and welcome to this week's Pick 5. Now the September TREB numbers are out, and they tell a very interesting story. The average home price has increased. Now this is significant for me because I made an unofficial bet with some blog readers, some blog slanderers, some blog commenters, some blog bears, and dare I say most real estate bears don't own real estate, which is why they're bearish. I made a bet that the average home price would increase. I mean, basically I just said it's going to, and people said, you're a snake oil salesman, and you're a shill, and you're a liar, and all this, and I said, look, it's a prediction, relax. All the people that were saying the market's gonna go down 30% and all this nonsense, I finally said, okay, I'll put my money where my mouth is. If I'm wrong, I'll put a photo of myself wearing a dunce cap on Instagram. Now, I'm happy to say I don't have to do that because the average home price, which was about $732,000 in August, has gone up to over $775,000 in September. That's a 5.9% increase. And that's significant. That's 5.9%. Okay? Now, it's still down from the peak in April, which was over $900,000. But this is why I said it's slow in the summer. We've come off 4 months of decreases. It has nowhere to go but up. So I feel like, and I apologize if you're watching this and you're hoping the market's going to go down, you don't own real estate, you're a real estate bear, oh, that $1 million property, I can't wait for the market to drop 50% so I can get it for $500,000. It's not happening. And nowhere has that become more evident than in the fall market so far, where I started in the first week of September talking about houses under $700,000 with no offer dates. Those days are gone, man. That was a month ago. Right now, as I film this, there are 20 offers on a property in Liberty Village. It was one of the properties I did in Pick 5 last week. It's a beautiful 1,000+ square foot, well-finished condo with a terrace, 400+ square feet, a clear view that's never going to be obstructed. It's a corner unit. It's got glass. It's amazing. But does that really necessitate 20 offers? And that's the problem in this market, is that quality listings are just not out there. It doesn't matter whether it's house or condo, whether it's high end. I've got clients that are looking to buy for $2.8 million, and we just don't have properties to go and see. I'm showing them one tonight. We haven't been out in 3 weeks. So that's the nature of this market. And you can look at the increase in new listings, right? We're at 19,000 new listings this past September, and that's up about 9.4% since last September. It's up 43% since August. But we're not seeing the quality listings. So that's where we are in the market. If you want, I did a quick market recap yesterday. You can take a look at that. It's about a minute video. I'll send out my monthly e-newsletter. You can sign up for that as well if you want to see more of the statistics. But bottom line, guys, is what I'm seeing right now is the market is picking up. And as I said, the average home price has gone up. So that aside, what I wanted to do this week was look at, again, on that theory of quality, I want to look at quality one-bedroom condos. So I've received an email this week, which is very interesting. Somebody I knew from university, haven't seen in a long time, and said, hey, I'm moving to Toronto and I need to find a one-bedroom condo to buy. I have no idea where to start. So I looked today. One-bedroom condos in the downtown core. There are 461 currently listed. So take a guess as to the price. How many of the 461 are under $400,000? And we're not including bachelors, even though some of these 461 are bachelors that are mislisted. What percentage? Would you say 20%? Would you say 10%? Like, give me a number. Out of 461, let's put a 461. 461. How many are under $400,000? 33. That's it. 33. Now, what about under 450,000? So including those under 400,000. How many condos are listed under 450,000? One bedrooms in C1, C8? 78. That's it. 78 condos. And a lot of that's that junk that you would never buy, the Urban Corp crap, and I won't get into it, but all the other stuff. So under $500,000 of the 461, would you believe that not even close to half are under $500,000? We're talking one-bedroom condos. 167 units are under $500,000. So what I thought I would do today is go through these 167 units and pick the 5 that I liked the most. Now, one thing I didn't want to do was look at properties with offer dates, because you just have no idea what they're going to go for. I mean, I was looking at one today. I thought, oh, I'll put this in 8 Gladstone. That's not my favorite building, but this is a pretty good price. And then I looked, offers most graciously reviewed on October blah, 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 at 7 o'clock. Bring your blah, blah, blah. Ugh, I just want to get back to a market where it's offers anytime. And we had that for about 2.5 weeks. Honestly, guys, going through these today, so many of these properties have offer dates. and it is really frustrating. So for my client, the guy I knew in university, I mean, you're going to come in and say, you know, look, I've been out west for, I don't know, God, when was the last time I saw him? Holy crap, I'm old. I mean, it's been a long time, but you know, you're in a different market. Now you come back in here and you hear that the market's slow and all the media is negative. And guess what? Every condo has an offer date. So with that in mind, we're going to look at 5 properties under $500,000 that I all think are quality for one reason or another. So we'll take a look at our map here, guys. As you can see, we've got a little cluster down here on the east side, one in an area that I don't talk that much about, which is that AGO area. It's not really an area. Grange Park, whatever you want to call it, Chinatown. And then we've got one further up here. Now you'll notice there's nothing in King West, and that's because it's really hard to find a 1-bedroom condo for under $500,000 in King West. So the first property we're going to look at here is 60 St. Patrick, Unit 835, for sale for $385. Wow, $385 for a 1-bedroom. But it gets better because this unit is almost 700 square feet. I don't know the exact number. It says 6 to 699. Maintenance fees on average are 95 square feet. I've got this somewhere around 680 square feet. So this is an old building. Old buildings typically don't sell well. Well, guess what? For $385,000 for this kind of square footage, you are not going to do better. You are not going to find this anywhere except in a 1983 built building. So you'll notice this, $646.14 a month for maintenance fees, keeping in mind that it includes all your utilities, and newer buildings don't include heat or hydro. You're adding an extra $120 a month. So this is about 95 cents a square. That is a very big number, but that's part of the reason why this thing is so cheap. So this area has been very hot this year. This sort of AGO, Grange Park. I said that before in a blog. Ooh, I was in Idaho. Remember that one when I was filming on my deck? Oh my God, there's nothing worse than looking back like 5 or 6 weeks after an incredible vacation and thinking, did that actually happen? Oh yeah, right, back to work. So yes, I did feature this a couple of times this year, and that's just because this area has seen a lot more interest, a lot more activity. I've got clients that are specifically saying, I want to be on McCall or St. Patrick. No one ever told me that before, I don't know, say the last 18 months. So it's a very cool area. As you can see, it's close to 2 subway stations, Osgood and St. Patrick. And as the city continues to grow and cannibalize itself with no help from city council or any level of government for a relief line or, a super train, or what was that really cool idea? They were going to put people in pods and like blast them through the air to get from Toronto to Montreal in 30 minutes. I don't really know if that's going to happen. Anything next to the subway is increasing in value. So yes, this is an older building, but the location's fantastic. As I said, the price per square foot they're asking here, $566 a square foot. And it's a great layout. So things that you're going to notice in here, older buildings. 8-foot ceilings are standard. Windows, let's take a look. Yep, you can see here. Look, we're so used to floor-to-ceiling windows in new buildings. This is not floor-to-ceiling. This is very small. This is like something you rented in university. Now, it could use a little bit of work. We'll take a look at the kitchen. Actually, it's not that bad. So what, you have older cabinets and, oh no, I don't have stainless steel appliances. How in the world am I going to make craft dinner without the color gray on my stove? So I love the layout of this. You can see here there's an actual little dining area. Some people are going to say, I don't like the fact this is an open concept. I've actually got a client boy, do I go off on a lot of tangents, but you asked. I've got a client right now, they're looking at houses, and they like all the things that most people don't, right? So when I say, I'm sorry guys, it's not open concept, they go, we like walls. I'm like, oh, they haven't really taken down these walls here, and so they've got that hallway. Actually, we prefer that. And I said, you guys are going to do very well in this market when you were looking at things that most people don't like, and they're actually on your want list. So here, if you're one of these people that says, I don't love those new open concept condos where the kitchen basically blends into the living dining, you'll like this. And I like this counter because that's exactly what I had at my apartment at 9 Longwood in Hamilton in 2002. Nailed it. Okay. So there's your actual little dining area. Kind of sad 2-person table here, but you could do a 4 or even a 6. That actually looks more sad. And there's your living space in the background. There you go. Set up. Okay, because the door's on this side. So another very small window here. You can already see in the photo, it looks like an old plaster ceiling. Like I said, 1983. So the one thing I might add is that this space here, you've got to find something to do with it. Put the proverbial desk there, or put the dining room over here. There's a lot of space, but you can see from this photo, it looks a little bit empty. So you've got a bedroom. It's got a window. It's big. That's a king. And here's your actual laundry room. Nice little balcony. And now we get into amenity photos. Okay. Ooh, foosball. I was terrible at foosball. Terrible at foosball. And you know the guys that are amazing at foosball? Guaranteed they went to Western and drank a lot. Okay, so there you go. AGO, nailed it. Okay, so what do we think about this? I think it's $566 a square foot. I think that part of that is because of the higher maintenance fees, but of the, how many did we have here? We're 167. Of the 167 units that are under $500,000, this is one of the 33 units that's under $400,000. 33 units in the city of Toronto under $400,000. How in the world could this not be in demand? It's been on the market 13 days. Okay, let's keep moving here. Oh yes, my old stomping grounds, 230 King Street, unit 1413. So I'm very honest with my clients, and I tell them things like, I'm biased because. So I'm biased because I used to live here. I've got an offer in on that condo that I mentioned in Liberty Village, and I told my client, you know, the terrace is great. I said, look, I'm biased because, you know, I'm a terrace guy. So I'm biased because I love the St. Lawrence market area. I love the fact that right here, you can almost see it right here, there is a TTC streetcar stop right outside. So in the winter, you can stand in here and look out and laugh at all the people that are cold. And you're like, ha ha ha, I'm in the vestibule and I'm warm. I love this building. I love this rotunda. I love the fact that they kept the original lobby exactly the way it was when it was a bank, and they have on the walls in the lobby photos of that same space in the 1940s or 30s or 20s, whatever it was when it was a bank. I think that's so cool. You're looking at the photo and you're looking here and back in time, and now we're in the present time. That's actually what I did when I was with a client, and they were like, this guy's crazy. We have to find a new real estate agent. So this unit is 495 square feet. I know that sounds small, but for the right layout, you can make that work. So we'll take a look here. Living room, got a couple of bar stools so you can see how close it is to the kitchen. Maybe we've got room for a small dining set. Yeah, I know, black appliances, and you need stainless steel. Got it, right. No granite countertops. I'm gonna die. I can't cook. I just, oh, it's not an undermount sink. Look, put $5 grand into the kitchen, you completely transform this thing. So there's your living space. You've got to find a way, maybe to put in a dining room table, or if you're like me, when I lived here, you just eat here every night, and then you get a bad back. So the bedroom is a real bedroom. Okay, cute balcony that you probably never use. Yep. Haha. Lake view. So here's your bedroom, and it's not big, but again, for 495 square feet, there are a lot of units in this building that are 500. I think there's a 500 model, the Duchess. 500 square feet and a bachelor. This is a real one bedroom. So I like this unit a lot at $399,000. The issue is this. At $399,000, this is $808 a square foot. Okay, you know what? That's not bad because the fees are $330 a month, which is 67 cents. Way cheaper than where we just were, right? That was 95 cents. Can we agree 67 cents is very cheap? But there's an offer date, like there is on everything else. So what you're going to have to do in this market is this. You go and see this and you say, I'll buy that for $399 at $808 a square foot. Oh my God. And if that's your price, you wait until the offer day. And now you're going to say, well, David, why can I wait? Why are you telling me what to do? Why can't I do something now? Okay, fine. Go and submit a bully offer on a property that's holding back offers of the list price. Why would they take it? They're looking for more than a list. And if they're going to ever accept the list price, it is going to be on their offer night when you are the only bidder. So it sucks, guys. And especially because this is the most insanely long holdback. What? This came out today, the 4th. I was filmed on Wednesday. And October 16th. So that's an unnecessarily long, oh, they want to do it for 2 weekends. And maybe the Thanksgiving too. So anyways, I like this a lot. I like it at $399. Okay, you want to pay $405, $410, that's fine. But is there going to be a bidding war on this thing? Because how high can you go for 495 square foot unit? $808 to me is, it's already up there. Oh yes, and location-wise, sometimes I forget. You have to remind me. Location-wise, it is King and Sherbourne, right at the corner. This is the entire building here. Oh yeah, it's got an espresso bar in here, and then it's got a little grocery store, which is kind of neat, because you can access it from inside the building. So early on, before my wife and I were engaged, you know, she got a hankering for some whippersnappers. That's like some sort of sugar candy. My wife loves candy. You know, we'd be sitting there on a Saturday night, say, I could really go for some whippersnappers. And I would go downstairs, use the fob, go through the back of the store, and the guy knew me. He'd be like, hey, yes, the missus, yes, she's looking for the Tangy Zangy. I think, yes, that's what it's called, Tangy Zangy. Yeah, so I would run down and buy candy for my girlfriend, then fiance, now wife, now mother of my child. Wow. So funny looking back at all the places you lived. So I love the fact that it has that access to the store. It also has access to the espresso bar, so if you were so inclined, you could literally go down in your pajamas, which a lot of people do. Great. Let's move on to The next one, 333 Adelaide, Unit 512. So we've got a long way to go here, guys. Where were we? We were just right here. Oh, no, we were just right here, and now we're right here. Believe it or not, the next property is right here. I didn't do that on purpose. So what I like about this is that it's a piece of crap. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. This is tenanted. It's a poorly done listing. The taxes are $2,400 and $0. Methinks that's an estimate. The maintenance fees are $400 even? No, that's impossible. And in actual fact, I calculated they're significantly less based on the average in the building square footage wise. So what I like about this is that it's been on the market for 17 days. It's continuing to sit. I believe it's tenanted. Yes, it is. So I pitched this to a couple of different clients. Neither liked it. One of them said, I don't like the fact that the bedroom is in the back, because they are. So it's one of those closing the two doors and there's no window. But 605 square feet for $435, which if this continues to sit, and I think it will, you could probably pick this thing up for in the low fours. Don't quote me on it. But you get the 30 days on market unsold here. Okay, the tenant gets a little long in the tooth, the landlord starts to say, I want out of the situation, you can pull this thing for $410, $415. So 605 square feet, open concept, you've got a 9-foot ceiling, you've got floor-to-ceiling windows, the building's great, it's well located, it's close to all amenities, as they say in listings, but as I said, it's literally kitty corner to 230 King Street. So here's all your infrastructure along King. How long to walk to St. Lawrence Market? 7 minutes. How long to walk to Yonge Street? 10 minutes. St. James Park right here. For all the same reasons as I love 230 King and 205 Frederick, which I'll show you next, I love this building here. Now again, great photography, fantastic. The more that is wrong with this listing, the better chance you can get it for less. Great photo. That's a really great photo. Good job. Oh, perfect. It just keeps getting better. Oh, it's fantastic. That's a great photo with the wall. Please, more wall. Yes. Okay. It's like I'm taking photos like this because I didn't know I could turn my camera this way. I hate when people do portrait instead of landscape. Okay. So point being, guys, the unit is a little beat up and it's tenanted, but with a coat of paint, new floors, upgrade the kitchen. You know, a friend of mine was looking at this and he's saying, before the photos came out, because it first came out with no photos, you know, how is this not, you know, 469, 479? It's because it looks like that. So certain properties you can wait, and if they don't sell, you've got the leverage, and maybe you can go in a little bit lower. So I like this thing at a certain price, low 400s, and again, we're talking under 450. There were how many? 78 listings for one bedrooms under 450, and this is one because of the location, the building, the maintenance fees, the amenities, the open concept, and the fact that you can put work into it and increase the value. I like. Okay, the next one I really like. What's that line? Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber? I like you. I like you a lot. I'll see if I can dig that clip up.
I like you a lot.
Otherwise, I just look crazy. So, 205 Frederick. I owned a unit here for investment years ago, and of course, I sold it because, well, I didn't want to make another $200,000. No, you know what? There's a time to sell every unit. My time came. I was on the board here early on. That was an interesting job. I think everybody who ever lives in a condo should try that just to see what it's like. So $489,000 for 655 square feet. Sounds pretty good. That's $746 a square. $746 a square. So on the whole, that's a good price. But also consider that location, I'm going to give this an A. So other than the fact that it's across from George Brown and kids stand out here and smoke all day, I don't understand why people still smoke. Oh no, I vape. It's not the same thing. It's actually healthy for me. Right. It gets a little busy there, but once again, over here was my 230 King. I live over here at the View. This is an A+ location. The building itself, 139 units, soft loft style, boutique-ish, 9-foot ceilings, open concept spaces. I love everything about it, and the fees are 66 cents a square foot. So I'm liking right now 655 square feet, 489, and the photos show incredibly well. It's tenanted, so I can almost guarantee this is not how the tenant lives. Just literally out of a magazine. Love this color palette. Look at the blue and the blue, the yellow and the yellow. You'll be severely disappointed when you walk in there. This is so Martha Stewart. You walk in there and it looks terrible because it's actually tenanted. So I wish there were more photos because these look like they're from a magazine and they're not really showing the space. And again, you see the portrait instead of landscape. But it should give you an idea, and that's it. And there's the lobby, which looks like something out of a Stanley Kubrick film, but I promise you it's just the angle. Great gym, as I said, huge yoga studio. Up top, awesome rooftop terrace. When I was on the board of directors, I got voted down 4-1 for putting a chain lock on the barbecue. I didn't want to put a chain lock on the barbecue. I thought if the worst thing in the world that happens is someone doesn't clean it with a brush, oh well. But no, I was voted down 4-1, and in the end, we put a chain and a lock on the barbecue, and if you wanted to cook a steak upstairs, you had to go down and sign out a padlock key. Yeah. Okay, so there's the rest of the photos, and a very unhelpful thumbnail size map, which for some reason is on there. So I'm going to say this, guys, out of all of the listings, out of the, how many? 167, under $500,000, I like this the most. And hopefully by the time you see this, I will have sold it because I'm showing it tonight. And I happen to know I have the only showing because the tenant. I just think that this is incredible value. I wish I had a floor plan to show you, but think one bed, 655 square feet. That's enough for 2 couches. That's enough for a big dining room. It's enough for also a home office, whatever you want to call it. 655 is not the 495. It's not the little guy. Okay, it's not the 575 that, you know, my first condo. 655 is a significant amount of square footage for that one bedroom, and I absolutely, absolutely love this building. Okay, let's move on here to the last one, which is like this far behind 205 Frederick for my favorite because I cannot get over the value here for this little townhouse on Earl. So where is 21 Earl? It's up in this little pocket, Sherbourne and Bloor. Sherbourne and Bloor. My dad's office is up here. It's been there since like the 70s. Sherbourne and Bloor, we're thinking subway. We're thinking gentrifying area. A lot of the apartment buildings around here have been torn down. They're building condos. So Earl is down further a little bit. And yeah, it can get a little sketchy down here. I remember once walking from 500 Sherbourne to 28 Linden with clients, and they saw a couple of people that scared the crap out of them. They're like, okay, thanks. We're going to go to King West now. So you're looking at the value here. You're looking at a $499, 2-story, 1-bed plus den, that's 717 square feet with, where is it? 150 square foot terrace. So let's just look at the photos for a minute. You tell me if you think this is $499 in Toronto. So a little outdoor space, hall closet, kitchen, living, dining. Remember what I just said at Frederick? 655 square feet, you've got room for actual dining. That right there, my friends, is a big 4-person table next to a floor-to-ceiling rise that's about 18 feet and a big picture window. Over here is a big couch, and somewhere there's probably a TV. That is huge for a $499 condo. Open concept with a big kitchen. I love the layout of this. I really do. Now, you're going to say with the magic of staging, you've got a couch facing the dining room table. Where do you put their TV? I know. A lot of people, I've got clients that use the term realtored as an adjective? I can't remember. Realtored. This place has been realtored, and they mean staged. It's been, you know, moved around by a real estate agent. So the kitchen's big. As I said, you can always feel free to redo the counter if you don't like it or put in an undermount sink. Perfect, Perrier. Now we know it's been realtored. So I love the floor-to-ceiling rise, as I mentioned. And let's go upstairs, shall we? There's the outdoor space. There we go. Oh, my God. A veranda? That sounds like Steve from Sex and the City saying Miranda. Miranda? Sex and the City? Huh? Second greatest show ever created after Seinfeld? Although, well, actually, I guess second greatest comedy, let's say. I never saw MASH. Focus, David. I know. Okay, so that is the outdoor space, 4-person table, the veranda, and you're looking at this and saying, how is this thing $499? Honestly, guys, I don't know, but that's why I chose it. Here's your home office upstairs, so you don't have to do it downstairs. If you want to have a little TV nook, I guess you could, but I'd rather move things around downstairs. King-size bed and decent storage space. That's actually a balcony off the top. Where was it here? Yeah, see that right there? So you've got a second balcony. What other photos? Oh yeah, bathroom, laundry, and down. Great stuff. Great listing. Really great listing. Who's got this listed? That's surprising. Okay. So really great listing, $499 for that kind of square footage. And keep in mind, the $384 fees, they don't include heat and hydro. So I'm not going to calculate a price per square foot because it's misleading, apples to apples, and the fact that it's a townhouse. It's just different calculation from a high-rise. But this thing, guys, honestly, for $499, it's been on the market 6 days. I have no idea how this did not sell right away. And there you've got 5 properties that I've just shown you. That's 5 under $500,000. There are 167 properties I dug through to get these 5. And you might say, how many did you hate? How many would you never consider showing? How many would you never sell? I would estimate of the 167, probably 100. Probably 100. That's a lot. Okay, so now you're saying how many under 500,000 would you even consider showing? 67. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about quality listings. That's what I'm talking about when I say that, yes, there were 19,000 new listings in the month of September, but I have behind me on my whiteboard, I still use a whiteboard, I have 20 active buyers that would buy the right property today if it came out. But the right property is not coming out today. It's just never coming out. And when it does, you either can't see it or it sells before you can get in. Welcome to the 2017 fall market. Very similar to the spring in many respects. Excuse me. But important to note that, prices are down. The 10 offers on a property now seems to be like 4 offers. But those conditions, and this is something else I predicted in my September blog, those conditions are still present. You still need to get out and see a property the first day if it has offers any time. You still need to be wary of the bully offer coming in, and you still will probably end up competing on most freehold properties. And now it would seem, as is the custom in the last couple of weeks, on condos as well because of the holdbacks on offers. Anyways, guys, that's it for me for this week. Hope you enjoyed. Love to see things slow down. Hopefully by the next time we meet, they will. Not optimistic that things are going to slow down. I do expect after the Thanksgiving weekend, we are going to see more inventory. So yeah, by the time we meet next week, we'll check back up on that. Have an awesome long weekend, guys. Bye for now.